intermittent disease. Okay, so first in 231 it is written that in this video we all from 231 to 244 all those words instruction given by Dr. Handyman will discuss crystal clearly each by one words. Intermittent disease. First he gave the intermittent disease is the disease which deserve a special consideration as all that recur at a certain period. So here this line is important, that recur at a certain period. Certain period means they are having a definite period or indefinite period. There will be two. Here you can, from this line you can divide it into two types of a period, that is a definite period and a indefinite period. Means at a certain date, certain time, certain interval, or at a irregular interval, that is indefinite manner. Okay, so understand. Now the thing is that indefinite manner, this in your book you should divide it certain period into two intervals, that is a definite and a indefinite. Okay, now the thing is that certain interval, that is like great number of intermittent disease, that is intermittent fever, and the apparently non-febrile or some great number of intermittent fever. Means here there will be given that one is fever type variety, another is apparently non-fever affection. Non-febrile means non-fever, that is non-febrile intermittent fever, non-febrile intermittent disease that recur at a certain interval, recur at a interval, that is interval otherwise known as definite interval. Okay, definite interval. Okay, understand. So here is the thing is that is febrile and a non-febrile condition of intermittent disease are recur at a interval. So it is called as like intermittent fever. But another types of intermittent fever, that is certain morbid state, that is alternate at a certain interval with morbid state of a different kind. Understand what is this line indicate? Morbid state of a different kind means the disease may the state means a character like sad and happy, melancholic and crazy. That two certain period are recur at a uncertain interval, that we discussed that two type of here this type is comes under indefinite variety. So from this aphorism what are the things we discussed? That intermittent disease is of three types we discussed mainly, but mainly two types we rather divided into three types. One is febrile, another is non-febrile, another is alternating time or alternative type of a state, that is alternating disease or alternating non-febrile intermittent disease. That is the thing they are comes under, and according to the time that recurrence of a period there are two types, and one is definite and another is indefinite. Okay, from this discussion I hope you all understand about the 231 aphorism gist. Okay, now the thing is that okay, so latter variety, that is our alternating variety. Alternating variety, there will be alternating variety which comes under our which time period, indefinite time period, are very numerous, but all are belong to the chronic disease type. So what Hahnemann says about that, alternating disease are very diverse in quality. Diverse means very numerous quality, but all are comes under the chronic disease type. Okay, now the thing is that this is the footnote. We will discuss what are the thing, but here Hahnemann gave us instruction that alternating disease type are generally manifest as the developed sora only. Okay, they are mainly sora miasm belongs to the alternating type of diseases of intermittent disease. So sora is mainly, sometimes syphilitic will be contributed, but you should remember that that's why the miasm sora is included, that's why it is cured by antisoric medicine. But sometimes it is thing that but later the alternate antisyphilitic may be used for for any other myasm if occur alternation. Then he also discussed these things in the chronic disease of Henneman. Henneman chronic disease, you can refer to know about more about those things. So here in 232 he only mentioned that intermittent disease of alternating variety having the state of two types, 2 or 3 reciprocal step was found, and they are alternated at a certain interval, and their character is that here the alternating type of intermittent disease, the character is that they are chronic in nature. Okay, they are chronic in nature. Soramazine treatment is by giving antipsychotic remedy for that type of a disease. Okay, in the footnote, if we take the footnote, then what shall discuss in this footnote? So in this footnote, you should always remember that there are many examples are given, but I only give the gist about that. Here that you can see that there will be sometimes the multiple alternating states only, they can be opposite in nature. That's why sometimes melancholic periodically alternate with the gauge or insanity or phalange. So they may be 2 or 3 intermittent reciprocal state can be alternated at a indefinite manner. This footnote says about that दो से अधिक 3 ज़्यादा वो रिकर होते हैं अल्टरनेटिवली अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर indefinite manner. So this is nothing, many things. 232 is regarding the alternating type of a disease. Okay, now the thing we go towards the 234. 234 says about that the disease which are non-febrile, that is a typical intermittent disease, or the typical intermittent disease they are found in the single patient at a time. There are variety of non-febrile which comes under typical. Typical contains both febrile and non-febrile, but in non-febrile case there will be only, the character is that it will affect only single patient. Okay, it affect only single patient. Always belong to the, mostly they are purely soric, seldom complicated with the syphilitic, which we discussed before, that in the alternating type also purely soric. Why Sora is always mentioned Dr. Hahnemann? Because at that time he 7/8 of all digits are during the Hahnemann's period, Sora is predominant. That's why he always give importance towards the Sora. It may be Sora, it may be syphilis. In the clinical, you can the myasm can be anyone. Now he is successfully treated by the same means, that is give the antipsychotic remedy, and for complete extinguishing of the intermittent period, you should give the potentizing cinchona as an intermediate remedy. In this opposite Hahnemann instructs how we give a disease of a typhoid type, that is attack to a single patient, periodically intermittent disease which attack a 233, we escape 233. Okay, 233. Okay, this is 233 is the disease regarding typical intermittent disease, that is that typical intermittent disease is which type of a disease? The disease which are intermittent disease which are return at a fixed period, that is a definite period. Then we called as typical intermittent disease. Both febrile and non-febrile belongs to this type. Okay, the patient is apparently good health, but when the time of recurrence occur, then he become disease. So in that period we should this is observed in the apparently non-febrile morbid that come and go in a periodical manner. So both febrile and non-febrile both comes under this typical intermittent type of a disease. Now the thing is that the febrile one is the that is the typical intermittent disease. Important line about the 233 approaching. Now 234 we discuss that the non-febrile type, what is the character. Now the 235 and how to manage in the non-febrile type of a disease treatment. Now the 235 regarding the intermittent fever, mainly epidemically sporadically prevail. So what is epidemic? Epidemic is that same time, same area, as for same disease, same time, same area. These three things you should remember about the epidemic. And what is endemic? Not endemic. Endemic means the region specific disease. Region specific disease we call endemic. So here it is written that the disease which are to the intermittent fever type, that is febrile type, which prevails sporadically endemically, not those endemically located master disease. What should we do in that treatment? How we will what is the treatment of our purpose? So that thing is regarding in 235. So in sporadic and epidemic we give the medicine. Here it is written that in epidemic there will be often we find every paroxysm composed of two or opposite alternating type, means heat or cold, heat or sweat or cold. Three things are combinedly appear in the each paroxysm. So what should we go? Then Dr. Hahnemann instructed that physicians should take the remedy selected from the general class of approved medicine, that is non-antisoric. So which non-antisoric will be given? So non-antisoric will be given according to which type of a symptom we take, the symptom which is similar to the alternating state and correspond to the similarity, and we should give the remedies of surest similar medicine of non-antisoric variety. First we give general class of non-antisoric variety, then after the most homeopathically, that is strong, likewise 157 what Hahnemann tell about the strongest base selected and most peculiar alternation we should mark, and according to that the simillimum we select. But the with its the either the cold stage or hot stage or sweating stage, what are the peculiar symptom we find, according to that we give the belladonna or aconite, which type of disease, which type of symptom similarity we find, then we give. But we should mark that the symptom with the alternating state is the most strongest and the most peculiar. The alternating, the recurring period, what the symptom we find, that is most this period symptom is the most strongest and the most peculiar, and we should give the give or administer the medicine at the time of most appropriate homeopathic remedy will be give when the patient is free from fever, that period. So here it is fever occur and here is fever occur, intermittent fever time. So at the time of free when he is free, at that time we should give the most appropriate homeopathic remedy. Okay, now the footnote, what Hahnemann says in the 235 footnote. So in the 235 footnote written that about the types of example of a different intermittent fever, like any you can read, and if any doubt occur you can ask in the comment box. Okay, 235 footnote, if any doubt occur, but the main thing is regarding examples of a different intermittent fever as well as the accessory symptom what are fine, and how homeopathic prescription get in 236 it is written that allopathy treatment when occur, then what happened to that person. So when most appropriate, and 236 that is the most appropriate time of administering the medicine is that immediately very soon after the termination of the paroxysm. This question is very commonly asked, that during the febrile condition of intermittent fever, which time the patient we should give the medicine to the patient. So we give the medicine to the patient at the time of what? Time of termination of the paroxysm. This is one paroxysm, this is another paroxysm. The termination period, this period is terminal, there will be no fever. At that time we should give the most appropriate and efficacious time of medicine. Which medicine? Non-antisoric medicine first we give. Okay, now the thing is that as soon as the patient is some degree of recovered from its effect, it is the time to effect all the change of restoration of health without great disturbance or violent commotion. Whereas if we give the medicine in a specifically appropriate given immediately before the paroxysm, what mistake happened? That is the coincidence of the natural recurrence, means our vital force, natural disease, and the reaction of the organism. That is our primary reaction. When we give the medicine, the vital force give the reaction, that is primary reaction. They coincidence, which results a violent attack to the nature of that produce a great loss of strength. That is the thing Dr. Hahnemann says. Do not give the medicine at the time of paroxysm or immediately before the paroxysm. Give always when the patient is free from that febrile condition. But if the medicine give immediately after the termination, what advantage we find? That the aperitic interval was commenced, and the long time before they are any preparation for the next paroxysm, the vital force now have the ability to possible condition to provide that it will alter the remedy, thus restore the health of the state. So what Dr. Hahnemann says, that if we give, what is the advantages when we give the medicine at that disease fever is non-febrile condition, that the paroxysm when not happen, the our medicine vital force have much time to defend against the naturally disease, and it provide restoration of health. That thing is written. Then 237 regarding about when the fever is very short, then which time we should give? If the paroxysm is above 236, we see that the fever, this is a one fever period, another period. This time if there is a long gap, but the fever if occur in this continuous manner, typhoid like fever, continuous fever if occur, then which time is the best period for the administration of a medicine is written in 237. So if the stage of a pyrexia is very short, here it is seen that the pyrexia is long in 236, but if the pyrexia is short in 237 condition, where there will be very bad fever occur, and some previous paroxysm causes disturbed if occur. When the paroxysm is given at the paroxysm, if we disturb that fever by giving the dose of homeopathy medicine should be administration at that perspiration when begins to start, or at the sweating stage, or the when the sweating start, at that period we should give the medicine. This is the thing, that at the sweating stage or the commencement of the fever, last stage of fever, that is sweating, where we give the paroxysm is begun to diminish in that period. So in the short period of a fever, we give medicine at the time of a perspiration or a sweating stage. Okay, 238 give us indication about 238. It give about indication that medicine and a repetition of a dose, how we will repeat the dose in the repetition schedule in the intermittent disease treatment, febrile type. So not frequently, but not frequently means the appropriate medicine should be given with a single dose, destroy the several attacks and brought a return to the health. But in the majority of case, majority of case there will be another dose required after the each attack. Better is that when the character of the symptom is not changed, dose of the same medicine given according to the new discovery of a repetition of dose. So it is written that the repetition schedule when you take repetition schedule when you take the symptom if not changed, then you can go for the repetition. Maybe you can go for the repetition, but here Dr. Hahnemann says that the medicine given provided the symptom should be still same. If symptom is same, then you go for the repetition. It this is the sixth. This is a 238. This is the sixth edition of organon. That's why only sixth edition is written. That usually the suitable medicine one dose is destroyed the attack. But if any case or majority of case, if the dose is not diminish, then what diminish the attack, then we give for the another dose. But the condition should be that the symptoms should be not changed. Okay, now the thing is that here Dr. Hanneman says about the 10 to 12 saturation because it is a 50 millisiemens scale, the vial containing medicine of the sometime. Nevertheless, or seldom it is seen that intermittent return after several days well-being. The return of the same fever after healthy interval is only possible if the noxious principle is first cause the fever. So, or any marshy region if prevalently present. So, for the permanent cure of that restoration, we should go for the causation which cause return of that disease, and if the marshy mountainous endemic region will be fine, then we should go for the cause is due to the marshy fever. So in marshy disease, how can we treatment? What is the treatment procedure? So 239 again written that as almost every medicine causes peculiar fever, and every kind of intermittent fever with alternating state having is differ from one another. So there are many type of medicine now we have our hand to give the special peculiar different types of fever for the management and treatment procedure. Okay, 239 regarding says that there are many proved nowadays numerous amount of medicine now are proved for that type of intermittent disease fever. Now the thing is that 236 छोड़ो, उसके बाद फुटनोट को पढ़ लेना, जहाँ पर भी डाउट होगा उसको पूछ लेने. ओके, ना तो 239 we will discuss. 240 we will go for the 240, that is 240 says that what the treatment procedure if there will be a marshy or endemic area or the region specific intermittent disease fever occur. For the perfect cure from that patient, we should go for the soric myzim, that is in the background. That's why after giving non-antisoric medicine, we go for the intercurrent remedy, that is antisoric medicine will be given for the complete relief of that patient from that endemic region. Now the 241, that is endemic or intermittent fever in the case where the nature of a chronic disease is containing single acute paroxysm. What shall we give? To find the remedy that is best for all patients in an endemic who are not suffering from developed sora, discover the symptom complex common to all. So here it is written that this is the important thing is that the patient which are not individual are not present in that area, but now he go for that marshy area. There will be a uniform character is common to all that individual attack. Means the individual who are not suffering from sora, that patient discover some symptom complex which is common to all type of intermittent fever. So this is common to, that is totality of symptom is common to all, because he is not chronically suffered by sora. So the symptom which is find is the peculiar symptom of that intermittent endemic region of intermittent fever, and according to that symptom we can discover a homeopathic specific suitable remedy for that person. So okay, that is the thing it is written there. So I will again endemic of intermittent fever in situation where there will be where none are endemic of nature of chronic disease composed of only single paroxysm, means only single acute paroxysm, no other paroxysm is fine, and the single epidemic of a peculiar uniform character of disease is found common to all that individual, and the symptom which we find that are common to all that individual specific, so that we can select a completely suitable remedy according to their totality of the symptom, because the patient is not suffered by any chronic disease and any miasm. That line is said that in this manner, that is non-sura. Then 242, that is 242 regarding the soric intermittent fever if occur, then what happened? The soric intermittent fever, that is the epidemic intermittent fever first paroxysm, if in 241 that first paroxysm is our symptom totality we take, and according to the if medicine given, the recovery will be occur. But if that first paroxysm is not cured properly, improper allopathic treatment if given, then what happen? There will be now the sura is exist, which is present in a latent state. Although in a latent state become developed, takes a type of on the type of intermittent fever, and to appear a continuous play in the part of the epidemic. Now this endemic now comes to the epidemic variety, so that the medicine which is now useful in the first paroxysm now is no longer suitable and cannot give any service. So it is now no longer serviceable because the first paroxysm is uncured and by the allopathic medicine. That's why the medicine now the latent sura is developed, and we for that matter the first paroxysmal medicine now is not suitable for that person. So now the thing is that we first remove that miasm by blocked miasm, that is sura medicine we give in a minute fever, generally substituted by minute but rarely repeated of sulfur and hypotension. But that is because this case now is uncurable because of the allopathic treatment. And if we want to be cured, then we give first non or antisoric medicine first given for the purpose of a radical cure or in a hypertension. Now the 243 is given that isolated case of intermittent fever. What is isolated case of intermittent fever? Isolated case means isolated means the pernicious intermittent fever. What is pernicious intermittent fever? The intermittent fever is attack only a single person, which are not inside in Mercy district, and it, at first in that case acute disease is generally which resemble to their soric origin employ for some days. Now the service is that homeopathic remedy should be choose according to the class of non-antisoric. So first we give the non-antisoric. If the procedure is recovery is deferred, it means the recovery is not fine, then we go for the sura at the development. That's why we give antisoric medicine alone can give radical cure. So isolated case, if the sura is point of development, first we try with non-antisoric. If not cure occur properly, again we go for the sura is the point of development. That's why we give antisoric remedy. Now the last, that is 244, the type of intermittent disease of Mercy district. Then what shall we give? So Mercy diseases are frequently exposed to the Indonesian or great deal of where the patient physician having much great trouble can be happen to the physician to cure of old school. That's why the healthy man may in the youth become habitually even to Mercy disease, remain good health, provide picture of a regimen and his system is not lowered by fatigue or pernicious passion, then we should give the intermittent fever of endemic, that is Mercy district area, if only attacked by fast interval or one or two very small doses of highly potent solution is now helpful. for the patient to cure from the disease, but with that we should give well regulated mode of living with so that the speedily recovery from that disease. But the person who are taking sufficiently corporeal exercise, pursuing healthy system of intellectual occupation, bodily regimen cannot be cured in the mass intermittent fever by one or small dose. For that robust person we give Sora is present behind at the root of the disease, so cannot be cured by without antipsychotic medicine. The person who is completely corporeal, completely developed by the Sora, at that time we should give for a antipsychotic remedy. But in sometimes the person some are exchanged without delay of marcidity for one that is dry mountainous recovery are apparently ensue if they do not deeply sunk into the disease. That is to say that Sora is not completely developed in them, can consequently return into the latent state, but they never regain health without antipsychotic remedy. So always you remember that first we try with non-antipsychotic